there was a time, maybe while I was growing up, and Laurie and I both grew up in church, that there was this sense that because we were Christians, you couldn't ever say anything that was either honest or honest to the pendulum swing towards negative, because that was some kind of negative word out of your mouth. But it feels like what God wants you to do is pour your heart out. Are we is that seen?
To Him.
Yeah, to Him, not to your wife. She can't do anything about it. And for God's sakes, don't do it to me. I can't do anything about it. But if you are privately in your private time, God wants you to just kind of disgorge yourself. It feels like. Is that okay?
Like therapy.
Well, I think what you do is you, as David teaches us in all of his Psalms, you know, for instance, one of the Psalms, and this is a repeated question over and over, this is one of the questions everybody's saying. David says, "Oh Lord, how long? Mm-hmm. How long? Mm-hmm. How long are you going to not answer me? How long?" I think there are 16 occasions of that in the Psalms where David asks, "How long?" And isn't that the question everybody's asking right now?
Yeah, clearly.
I mean, how long is this going to go on? Yeah. How long are we going to have to live like this? How long before I can go back to work? How long before I know whether we're going to have school this fall? How long? How long? And when we ask those questions, we're verbalizing what David said in the Psalms. That was how he prayed to his God. I think Psalms is like a journal in many respects. It's kind of walking with David. And when you put the Psalms in their historic place, it's pretty interesting to see why David would be praying the way he was praying.
I love it. I love it. You go through a psalm for dark seasons, when God delays, worshiping during disaster, a desert psalm, ups and downs, sheltering under pressure. I mean, there's all kinds of stuff.
I'm gonna continue my point here. If you just start reading Psalm 142, I cry out to the Lord with my voice. With my voice to the Lord, I make my supplication. I pour out my complaint before Him. So hopefully that word complaint is the right word, you know, translated from the Hebrew. I declare before Him my trouble. Why do we do that? Or why would that be important to do, Dr. Jeremiah?
Well, first of all, it brings clarity to your own life. You know, instead of just saying, "Lord, I'm in a bad place," you describe visually, you pour out your complaint before the Lord. You tell Him. And that's what David did when he was in the cave. He was surrounded by all of these unsavory characters, and he cries out to God. He's, you know, it's a picture in many respects of the desperation that we need to have when we really are serious about talking to God about our situation. Mm-hmm. I guess maybe what Laurie, what you were saying, you don't have to be nice.
Right.
You don't have to come up with special Christian words, you know, to explain what's going on in your life.
Yeah.
So I think that's what, and Matt, when you read that, it was like you just gave a commentary on what we've been talking about. Yeah. I mean, that's exactly what David did.
Yeah.